Main event, middleweight fight, a very important middleweight fight. Lyoto Machida taking on Gegard Mousasi.
You have two guys that are both strikers that have very different styles, and I think that makes this an intriguing matchup, not the least of which is this also has title implications.
Lyoto Machida has moved down from light heavyweight and just is a threat for the middleweight division.
The Lyoto Machida who made his debut at 185 pounds, that is the Machida that everybody wants to see. A guy who goes after finishes, he's aggressive, he's willing to open up, let his hands go.
And of course you have Gegard Mousasi, who's great at boxing. He has one of the best jabs in MMA.
He won his last fight basically using that jab, but then what is Machida's best defense? His jab defense. He's able to neutralize the opponent's jab to a great degree.
I like Machida in this fight. He's so quick at 185. He was always fast at 205, but it seems like he's even faster now that he's dropped some weight. He's not bulking up to face those bigger guys at 205 pounds.
Mousasi was a guy that in 2012 considered trying out for the Netherlands Olympic boxing team, so he really has good hands, good striking. And that's going to be a challenge for Lyoto Machida.
I think that Machida's background and what he's capable of inside of the octagon, and the fact that he was a former light heavyweight champion, is going to speak volumes for him when he faces Mousasi.
Another real important fight in the 185-pound division, Jacare Souza taking on Francis Carmont.
There's not too many fighters in the UFC right now that are hotter than Jacare Souza. He's just been destroying guys, really looking good.
He's able to use his hands as we saw against Okami. He stopped him with strikes. He's able to submit people if he has to, like we saw with Chris Camozzi.
Francis Carmont is a guy who's going to look to limit the damage in this fight, I believe. He's going to want to slow things down.
Carmont, the TriStar trained athlete, is definitely a more patient fighter.
You know, Carmont obviously gets to train with George St. Pierre on a regular basis, and that really is something that, you know, can't be underestimated, because when you're getting to train with one of the best in the world day after day after day, it kind of rubs off on you. You have to get out of the sport.
He does have a way to win this fight. He's intelligent. He's well-rounded. I don't think he's an easy mark in terms of Jacare just taking him down and submitting him. I don't see that type of fight.
I think Jacare is going to look to make it a stand-up fight, but Jacare is good in all positions, and I think that this is a very solid fight for Jacare, and I look for him to come out of this with some kind of stoppage victory.